Hey, you guys. I honestly wasn't planning to film this video today, but I had one of those moments where it felt like a light bulb went off in my head. For months, I've been asking myself what business I should build. If I should focus on skincare, YouTube, digital products, becoming a content creator, and I honestly just kept feeling stuck. Then I answered 5 simple questions, and somehow those 5 questions told me more about myself than I've realized in years. If I'm looking down, I'm literally just looking at my journal. I just really want to make sure I hit all the points because the moment I had last night, I really feel like changed the trajectory of my entire life. Like yesterday, I was a mess. I was crying. I was just feeling so lost. And honestly, mentally, I've been feeling very scattered, like my energy is being pulled in so many different directions. I've been wanting to have multiple streams of income. I've I've truly been feeling like I have to choose one one route, one way to go. And that's what's been making me feel like I'm scared to choose wrong because it seems like lately I haven't been landing anything that feels aligned, if that even makes sense. But sorry y'all, it's bugs out here. I hate it. Anyways, but I wanted to share these questions because if they can help someone else that might be feeling as lost as I was, I've done my job for the day. So let's jump into the questions, girls, or y'all. The first question I asked myself was, what were you naturally good at before your career? And honestly, I made it a little more personable than that when I asked it to myself in my notes. I actually asked myself, before I ever became an esthetician, think back to middle school, high school, and even childhood. What was I always the girl for? Like, what was I doing? What was I known for? And it brought me all the way back to, yeah, middle school, um, high school, and even when I was a child. I loved planning. I loved creating. I loved writing. Like journaling has been something that has changed my life day by day, and it's crazy that I'm really just now realizing how much it has changed my life. Like, I loved decorating. I loved like giving my friends advice and just being a support system for someone. Those are all things that I was naturally good at before I became an esthetician. And yeah, so the next question was, what compliments have followed you your whole life? Like, what is something that people constantly compliment you on? And for me, I hope you guys can hear me. For me, it was my voice. Like that is the number one thing people always compliment on me, is how calming my voice is. And I always get told I sound like a baby and I'm very soft spoken, which I always didn't know if that was really a compliment, honestly. Like, literally. Um, always got complimented on how welcoming my energy is, how I'm easy to talk to, um, how am I'm very encouraging. Like, I always want the next person to feel better and to be better. And another thing I realized is people always say I'm very genuine, and that I love that compliment too. Another one that's not really relevant as much is that I smell really good. But I love that compliment because I take I take that very much to the heart. Like, oh, I smell good. Thank you. Period. But yeah, y'all. So, question number 3 I asked myself was, what could I talk about for hours? Like, yeah, what can you talk about for hours? And the first thing that comes to mind is faith, um, my love for self care, my love for self improvement, personal development, living an intentional life, skincare, and honestly building a life that I love. Those are things that I get lost in, and I just feel like I could talk about them forever. They light me up, they energize me. Like, even just talking about this right now is it's honestly making me feel so good, and it's bringing a peace to me that I never knew I needed, which literally leads me to the next question. When do you lose track of time? And for that one, I would say when I'm creating, when I'm planning, when I'm journaling, for sure. Journaling, when I journal in the morning, I if I have something to do during the day, I literally have to set a timer because I will write for hours and I will keep writing and write and write and write. Like, journaling is one of those things that I just love down. And another thing is, I would say, like, when I'm building things, like when I was in my previous video, when I was planning Q3 out, um, when I'm doing like scrapbooking and just building. Building can be anything. Like, I really want to start doing Legos because I love to build. I want to do pottery. That brings me back to building as well. I literally have this pottery set that's been sitting for months. I really think it's been almost a year, if I'm being completely honest. But it's so cute and I haven't even touched it and I don't know why. Like, but yeah, um brainstorming is another one that makes me lose track of time. Like, those are all the things. Like, how many times am I going to say like? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm learning how to articulate my words better. It's a definite learning process for sure. But this last question, y'all, this is this is where my breakthrough came in. Like, this is where I really started thinking like, this dog. But yes. The last question is, if your current job disappeared tomorrow, what value could you still offer? That, it's like, literally, if if you if you weren't doing the job that you've always done, or the job you've been doing for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, what value would you have? Like, and that really got me thinking, like, what value would I have? And I honestly have to go to my other journal that I wrote this in, but hold on, y'all. So that question led me to, if my esthetician license disappeared or was taken away tomorrow, what value? What value would I still have? Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. I don't have time. I don't have time for these bugs. I'm just I'm just trying to stay focused. And honestly, what came up was, I would still love to help women. I would still love to give advice. I would still have my attention to detail. I would still love organizing. I would still love journaling. I would still love planning. Like, I would still love creating calming experiences. That's a big one for me. Like, I've always, this may sound random, but I've always loved weddings, which is why I got into the wedding industry and was a server for events. Like, I would set up weddings. I would, yeah, set them up, break them down, serve dinner, serve appetizers during the wedding. Like, I loved that job. That was one of my favorite jobs I've ever had, ever. I don't honestly think no job could top that. Even being an esthetician, which is like crazy to me. But something else I wrote down was that I would still be a hard worker. I've always seen myself as a hard worker. When I'm when I'm given a task, I have to see it through. I want to see the outcome of what I'm working so hard towards. Um and yeah, I learn fast. I'm a team player. Um I love educating people in ways that make sense to me and make sense to them. Like, literally, I have a lot wrote down. Like, I love I love building things. I love systems. I love systems that make life easier. Um, I'm very empathetic, and I'm a creative person. Those are the values that I hold close to my heart, that literally nobody could take away from me even if they tried. Okay? Like, and so I realized that I've been defining myself by my job title in instead of my gifts. Like, y'all, I'm getting irritated because I can never be great when I'm trying to just like sit out here and enjoy this weather. Like, it's not blazing hot. It is a beautiful day. I wish you guys could see my scenery. I might show it when at the end of this. But yes. Yeah, I'm a licensed esthetician, but I'm also a teacher. I'm also a builder. I love creating peaceful experiences. And I love helping women move from confusion to clarity. All of those questions led me to this realization right here. And excuse me, that's, no, gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like bees, and I don't like ants, for real, for real. Like my other video, I literally moved because I was like, I can't do this. So I went to go sit at the table. But I'm trying to stick this video out. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. And yeah, what I was saying was, from all of those questions, I finally came up with a mission statement that I feel like aligns with me so deeply and doesn't doesn't force me into a box That's the biggest thing. Like, I've always thought, like, okay, if I'm doing skincare, then yep, that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing facials. I'm just waxing, which I don't like to wax, but facials were always my thing. But if I'm in skincare, yep, that's all I'm doing. But no, I feel like this mission statement literally is a gateway into so many other things that I can't even conjure up in my mind right now, literally. But I wrote, I help women rebuild their lives with faith, clarity, and intentional living, creating peaceful experiences that remind them that transformation is possible. Like, y'all, after I wrote that, I I really wanted to cry because it was just such a beautiful moment that I captured last night with 5 simple questions. And no, I don't have everything figured out. Sometimes I wish I did, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I feel like I'm walking towards something instead of running in circles. And I don't know. I feel so good today. I feel lighter. I feel I feel clear, y'all. And just yesterday, it felt like I was looking into a fog and just like my mind was all over the place, y'all. And I don't know. I feel so clear now. And I also realized another thing, that as much as I wish this season was going a totally different way, or as much as I wish this season looked different, I honestly don't know if I would have slowed down enough to even ask myself these questions if if life hadn't forced me to. So yeah, y'all. If you've been feeling as lost as I was, I want to invite you to ask yourself those 5 questions. Write those 5 questions down in your journal. Don't rush it. I mean, like, really get to a space where you have an hour or more to just um put on some calming music, zone out, and ask yourself those 5 questions. And I genuinely would love to hear what you discover from those questions. So yeah, y'all. I just want to say how much I love you girls already, or guys. I don't know who exactly my subscribers are, but I know I have 16 of y'all now, and I'm over the moon about it, okay? But yeah, you guys, I love you. God loves you. God sees you. God has not forgotten you. And until the next one, I love you. Bye, girl.